Hey, just come off a long weekend. We band went to Bands of America up in Indianapolis this weekend. It was an early show. When I say early, the band actually went and did the national anthem and their school song Friday night, and then got back on the bus for the football game, for our annual West Side football game. Got in the bus, drove up somewhere to sleep overnight, and got up like 3 in the morning to get over to Indianapolis Lucas Oil Field Stadium and perform somewhere around 7:30 Indy time, which would be 6:30 our time. So we were actually loading up the truck. It was still wasn't even sunrise yet. Sun hadn't even come up yet, and we were loading the props back on the truck, getting ready to head out of there. So hats off to them for a long weekend. Obviously that early in the morning, that less sleep, it wasn't their best performance. However, they got a feel for the stadium. They got more, exposure in there. We got to run through with the pit crew, running the props through it. We had some concerns, so we got them all ironed out, or getting them all ironed out. But it's just, those kind of things. Sometimes, you do things in life in preparation for other things. Because you embrace it. Because we knew it was going to be a long day. I can't say a long weekend. It was a long day. We knew that, but we knew the benefits outweighed the costs, quote unquote costs, that was going to be involved. And so that is why, we embraced this opportunity. We wanted that extra rep, that extra exposure to the field, and those kind of things. So, but that's a lot of times we do that in life. It's the cumulative effect. That's why they call it practice. That's why they call it, repetition. That's why they call it preparation. And that's how you prepare. You got to get in those life circumstances, because being in the back lot of the high school is not competition. And we can be back there for days on end, and we do a lot. And it's important. It's important to be there. It's important to have that there. But being in a real situation on a real field, that is where things happen. That's where things are refined. That's where you get to, you got to have, you can't substitute those kinds of circumstances. So the powers that be are thinking long term. They're taking that opportunity, because it's one of the few years we've had the opportunity to compete in this competition. So it's a new animal for our team, and that's what we seek out. Challenges, because we're always an underdog. We're always out gunned and matched. Most of the competitions we go to, until we get into state, semi-state competitions. And we like that, because it stretches. Same thing with our football team. We're always playing bigger schools. So we like those things, because it gets us sharper, it gets us more focused, it gives us opportunities to measure ourselves against, a lot of times superior competition. And that's life too, is being able to seek those kind of things out, being able to, prove yourself, because it's the stretching. If we succeeded every time we went out, then there wouldn't be no opportunity for growth. But sometimes getting our butts kicked by others, gives us a chance to really show what we need to work on, show where we're at, show, expose our flaws, because that's the only way you'll get better, is stress testing and seeing what breaks. There was a monster truck that started that away. He would break something, four-wheeling mud and playing around, and he would brace that up and then go out and play again, break something else, and he became one of the most well-known monster trucks ever. And that's how he got to be that way. And he, kind of blazed the trail for a lot of others to follow. So it just, those kind of things. So hats off to them. Proud of them and the effort they put forth on a very difficult schedule. and they can hold their heads high. So challenge yourself, stretch yourself, and give it an attempt and see what happens. So have a great day. Stay gritty.